It was good to play away, and it was fun, but it doesn't feel like a season starting until you play at home. To be honest, in my opinion, so it feels great.
Is it almost kind of like you're starting the season all over, and even though you're 1-0?
Yeah, because we didn't play a game, we had to watch. We've had to watch 2 games while everybody else has watched us once. I don't know. It's just getting a little restless, not ready to get back on the same schedule as everybody else.
You've had a little extra time to practice some things maybe you want to focus on from the first game, getting ready for Nevada. What have you seen from them early on in the film so far?
I mean, they're a good team, definitely. Everybody has players, and we're going to respect our opponents to the max always. They have some players, but like I said before, and I always say in every interview I do, as long as we do what we do, we don't have to worry about anybody else because the process will take care of itself.
For you guys, obviously, you do want to focus on what you do, but what is that? What is the one thing you guys really want to do well this week?
Well, first of all, we have to just focus on Nevada and Nevada only, and just make sure that we, follow the coach's game plan that they have set up for us, and just make sure that everything is as sharp as possible when game time comes.
From looking at the film from Pitt last week, obviously you guys played a great game, but what really stood out to you is saying, hey, our offense really did this pretty well?
What really stood out to me was that, what excited me, to be honest, was that, we left so much out there, and we had the mental errors and the small things, and it excites us because we know that there's nowhere to go but up because we're just pushing for the same common goal and everybody's getting better. So I mean, if there was anything that excited me the most, it wasn't Jameis throwing 4 touchdowns. It was, it was the mistakes we made and how small they were and how correctable that they are. Now it's time to fix them and just play some ball.
What was the focus for you guys last week in practice? What maybe really stood out to you that you did need to improve upon from the first game?
What we needed to improve mostly was just the tempo of the game. I feel like we didn't go as fast as we should have been, and it was because honestly, it was the first game. First game of the year, everybody's not in the best shape, even though we've been through camp. So it's just getting used to the speed of the game, and us dictating the speed of the game and not letting the defense keep up. So I feel like that's what we really need to work on this week.
What was it like for you guys? Because, obviously you've been through camp with Jake, you've been through camp with Jameis, but what was it like seeing him do that on Monday? Was it pretty special?
It was amazing. I'm so happy for the kid, man. He's just a genuine person. Every time I see him now, it's just like, dang. Everybody talked about it, and I knew he could do it, but he did it. He just played a heck of a game. There's nobody that deserves it more, to be honest. He worked his butt off. He got the job, and he's doing his job. He's doing his job really well so far. And but what I want everybody to know is just he's just taking it one game at a time. He's taking it one game at a time. He's mature beyond his years, to be honest. Despite what people may think with how goofy and playful he can be sometimes. He's very serious about what he does, and that's what I respect about him.
For you guys, that first time you get to run out of the tunnel into Doak and you see the stadium and it's packed, what is that moment like for you guys?
Oh, it's amazing. The thrill, everything. It's a feeling I can't describe when people ask me, to be honest. I can think about it and put it in so many words, but when somebody asks me, I'm speechless. It's going to be crazy, and I'm ready to play in Doak.
Obviously all games are important to get that W, but is it more important to you guys to really start that season off? Obviously you already want to know, but next week really start the season off to give you more of maybe that push to the end?
Well, the season started. There's no push to the end. We're taking it game by game, and we're really buying into what Coach Fisher's telling us and, taking it as a process. So now it's, it's becoming a habit to us, and we're just taking it day by day, play by play, practice by practice, moment by moment, and seizing every moment that we can. Not trying to think ahead, not thinking weeks ahead like we did in the past. Thinking about this week, Nevada, and what we have to do to win the game.
And I know you already spoke about Jameis, but last time I was actually here with you, it was the day that Coach had announced that he was going to be you guys' starter. Do you think that game at Pitt really just, obviously it was an amazing performance by him and all of you guys. You think that really solidified that choice, that it was the right one?
I feel like he proved a lot to a lot of people. Of course, he'll even tell you the same thing. It's only one game, but you can't get carried away over one game. And I feel like he's working just as hard, if not harder, this week to come back and improve the mistakes that he did and he made last week. as the whole team is. You know, as a whole, we want to just get better every week, and you know, at the end of the year, we'll be where we want to be.
You were talking about everyone getting better, and but do you have anything specific to you that you're really just focusing on this year or this game?
As an offensive lineman, you always have small things that you can work on. You're never perfect. Nobody is. But I mean, me personally, this week I just have to work on, you know, steps, just taking proper steps, and you know, getting my high placement, and then the rest of the play will take care of itself.